Hi, my name is Kel Darling. If you are interested in selling your home quickly, you are definitely in the right place. Because my team and I pay cash for homes, we are able to close on a time frame that makes sense for you. When people are typically looking to sell their home, they opt for the traditional method of selling with a realtor. But you and I both know there are a lot of issues with that. I'm assuming that you're like me and you don't want to deal with all the hassle of having people come in and out of your house, cleaning all day and waiting and wondering when a real buyer is going to come through. After all of your time and effort and just waiting for buyers to come in and out, eventually you might get an offer that makes sense. But then at that point, you don't even know all the fees that you're going to have to pay. Even when you do finally get that offer that you think makes sense from a buyer that you think is qualified, sometimes that process can take even 60 days or sometimes longer. We are here to offer a different solution, a solution that doesn't include all of that cleaning, all of the repairs, and yes, even all of the additional fees that you have to pay. We know that you are unique and so is your situation. It might be that you have a tenant in a home that you own and they haven't even paid rent in months. Now, we've been there. We know that pain and we've helped other people solve it. Maybe you are dealing with a home that needs a lot of repairs. We have helped a lot of people in similar situations to that one before. Maybe your situation is that you need money from your home in order to relocate. Now, we've helped people sell their home and be able to take that money so that they can relocate and buy another home in another area. Maybe your situation is that you have too much stuff that you don't even know what to do with. Maybe you're downsizing. Now, you can take obviously whatever you want from the home and then we'll be able to handle all of the rest. Because we are real people, we understand that you have a real life situation. We want to be able to help you find a solution. We've been able to help hundreds of sellers over the years, even in very complex situations. We are real buyers with real experience, and we'll be able to come up with a solution for you. We want to give you a different option, an option that eliminates all of the stress and allows you to focus on what is important to you. Give us a call today so we can give you a no obligation cash offer. Someone is ready to answer your call so that we can hear about your situation and start working on a solution for you. We want to help you get what you need, and the only way to do that is if you call us or fill out the form. We look forward to working with you and giving you an easy, stress-free solution.
When I thought I wanted to sell, I was trying to figure out a fast and easy way to sell, not to have to deal with all the traffic. And, at that point my wife was going to hip replacement surgery. So I didn't have a lot of time and so I was looking for something that was, like I said, almost like somebody else handled this. This was fantastic because all I did was 3 phone calls and we were done. I didn't have to worry about anything. We had somebody come in, we made some calls, then signatures were done and done. It was an easy process.
Did you have to pay commissions or closing costs or any additional fees out of that money?
No, nothing. You guys made that really easy. There was no fees, no anything there. So that was awesome.
Did you have to fix it up and clean it, and what did you have to do to get it ready to sell
we
it?
just had to move out. I mean, we just have to move out. You guys took care of all, and you did a nice job at it too. It's like I kind of sort of it's like I want to buy it back.
Yeah. So you just had to get what you wanted out of
the
house.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we just what we had agreed. We just took our furniture and you guys took care of the rest. So.
You didn't have to scrub toilets?
No, you guys did a fantastic job when it comes to that. You guys were very agreeable with the time, because like I said, with my wife being in the hospital and moving, I couldn't have her moving, so we had a couple of days to move. We had to be like, okay, you guys have to be out by this day. It was like, okay, you got 2 weeks to move, this is all done, and then, you got So it was that even was easy, you know. That was kind of like a relaxed thing. It wasn't that I had to like rush and move everything out of the house in 3 days. It was actually exiting dealing directly because it was like we didn't have to go. Neither one of us had to go. Oh, I got to go talk to somebody else. You know, I got to see what they're gonna do. It was, I think even my friend that has done, you know, sold and bought several houses. So he was like, you know, he was even surprised that you did what? It's like, how long? It's like, because like I said, it was a quick and easy process. And there is nothing that I said that it could have been done differently, better, or anything like that. I think it was, you know, I think everybody came out of there feeling good. We, you know, there was no like, oh man, I could have done this or I could have done that. It was like, I was pleased with the process then and pleased with it afterwards, you know, no regrets. It was, I think, the best thing that I ever did. It's like nice and easy decision, you know. I have actually recommended, you know, you guys to a couple of people. I said, oh, we need to sell our house. So talk to these people. They were like, you know, they did an excellent job with mine. I would recommend it to anybody whether they need to sell it like, you know, right away or even if they have the time, because it's just, it's no pressure. You know, it was a very, very low pressure deal, you know. It was nothing, you know.
No
What do I
stress.
do? Yeah, what, you know, it was just like, okay, this is what it is, and we're done.
Okay.
So I have never, I think I have more struggle buying a car than I did, you know, doing that or selling a car. So it was, I think, you know, it was excellent, you know. And like I said, everybody that I talked to that have done that, they're like surprised that, you know, like, what, you did that? And it was that easy? And I was like, yeah. So I would definitely recommend, you know, and I would say that, you know, for anyway, even if you need to sell right away, or even if you have time to sell, well, why, you know, why wait and bother, you know, when somebody else can do all the work for you? It's been over a year, and I still talk about it with some of my friends, because it was like, because when they talk about selling the house and dealing with this, I had a friend that just sold a house in Victorville, and he, you know, he was saying it was a nightmare, and I told him, just you go to these people that I went to, because it's like, you know, it was easy, but he hated it, you know, his process, and I saw, you know, it took him like 4 months, you know,
Which is fairly quick, actually.
well, actually, yeah,
compared
comparatively,
to-
but still, you know, it took
Yeah.
him like, you know, good 4 months, and in that process, he kind of lost another house that he wanted to buy because it didn't go as quickly as he wanted it to.
Definitely. So,
I'm always with you know, if there's a quicker and efficient way to do it, let's do it that way. It's
We've been here almost 40 years, and we were a bit worried about what would happen if one of us was gone. What would the other one do? And
yeah.
it would be a horrible, you know, horrible task to have to undertake. So we decided that it would be best for us to both do it and then find someplace smaller that we could handle better. We looked into another company, but I didn't really care for their approach.
They never came.
They never came out.
But they sent us a letter saying, okay, this is the offer, and once we look at the house, it may be a lot lower.
You were very quick to contact us. We were glad for that because we don't, you know, you don't like waiting around. You want to, and so when you decide on something, you want to go ahead. We were assured that it wouldn't take very long at all, and it was up to us how long it took.
Yeah, that was the good thing, I think, is that you told us that we needed to be here longer than the 7 days or whatever. We got to pick the date that we wanted to move, instead of saying, you got to get out in 7 days.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't have. Yeah, we really couldn't.
No way.
About 39 and a half years.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it hard.
It makes it very hard. Raised our children here, of course.
Yeah, it was the right thing to do at the time. I mean, it's I guess you never admit that you want to turn loose. You know, I'm 75 years old working on this hill with weed eaters and chainsaws, and I shouldn't be doing that. So I had to turn loose of that. It was time to do it.
Yeah. We both you know, we raised our children here, and
Some of our grandkids.
some of our grandkids, and it meant a lot to us. But it was time to go. Well, you know, one of the big things was we didn't have to worry about realtors bringing people
Or not
into the
bringing
house, having to, you know, keep it spick and span every day for 6 months or something while people decided whether or not they wanted the house. And we'd gone through that before. We didn't want to go through that again.
The realtors will tell you stuff just to list your house. I mean, that
Yes.
sounds terrible. They will tell you stuff just to list your house.
What about cleaning? Did you have to make sure everything was super clean when you
Oh,
moved
gosh,
out?
no.
You
Matter
didn't?
of fact, you told us not to.
Yeah. So I didn't even vacuum.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah, definitely no.
I didn't clean the counters.
Good.
And
Good.
we left the recliner because you said it was
Yep.
okay.
Yep. There you go. Yeah, because that, I mean, from when I've moved in the past, you could spend 2-3 days just cleaning
Just
after
cleaning. That's right.
after you move all your stuff out.
That's right.
So this you just get to take what you want. And,
That was nice not to have to worry about that. It's quite painless, really. It's an easy approach. It's easy to get hold of you. It's easy to get through all the paperwork. It was very painless, and we appreciate that. Well, I think you're a very nice young man, and you did make it easy. We appreciate that very much.
good.
And I would recommend it if somebody was in a similar position, and especially, you know, when you get older, it's just harder to do things around the house. It's harder to keep up with things. It's harder to do those big jobs that need to be done, and especially if you can't afford to call somebody and have them do it for you. So this really fixed it so we didn't have to worry about those things. It's your job now.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's what's nice, right? Is you have something and then you get to
It's up to you.
hand it to somebody else and say, okay, you take care of it.